What's up, witches? Welcome back to Strange Antiquities. Now, we are on day 13. It feels like we're kind of getting close to the, maybe getting close to the end game here. I'm not quite sure. Because we haven't really found out what's going on with the people of Undermere yet, but I'm sure we'll get there. Also, in the last one, we had a couple of puzzles that were a bit of a doozy. They took me quite a while to get through, and as you know, at one point I kind of gave up and I had to ask the internet. So I apologize about that. I'm going to try not to do that again, but I wish you guys just knew how much was going into figuring out which ones were resonating. Oh my gosh. It was a pain in the patootie, I can tell you that. I'm going to pop these away. All right, we've got our puzzle card here. I am marked by Jupiter. Now, I know that the castle has a bunch of symbols, but I just wanted to double check and make sure, because these just look like they were crosses and moons. So I think we need to head to the castle, and we need to remind ourselves what the shape of Jupiter is. I think it's this, but I don't have the best memory. Let's see. Jupiter. Yes, I was right. It looks like a 24. Wait, so was it? Yeah. No, it's over here. I'm so silly. That's an H, you goober. Right over here. So marked by Jupiter, it's got to be this one. Bingo, baby. The mark of Jupiter on my map leads me to a strange... Okay, I'm just making up words now. It leads me to a square room on the ground floor. Other than an intriguing torn note, there doesn't seem to be anything of interest until I notice that the bookshelf is mounted on a runner and can slide to one side. I push it and it glides easily, revealing a hidden recess in the wall behind it. Ooh! Oh! The castle vaults. Okay, this is a cool piece, first of all. And this looks like it goes to that other note we have. Okay, let's hang you. What are you made of, first of all? Bronze. Ooh, that's a pretty stone. It doesn't really matter. He's a big one. Let's just put him right here. Okay. Now let's take this note. Excuse me, book. All right, here we go. The castle vaults are blocked by a diurnic seal. It can be opened by any object made from silver or gold that produces a diurnic field. So can we go back to the castle? Where do you... Oh, to the vaults! So can we click on this? I wonder what happens if we click on this. Hold on. The vaults are blocked by a large iron door. It has no handle or keyhole, and it does not give in the slightest when I push against it. I realize that it has been atomically sealed, but that's not much help. It's not clear what I need to open it. Okay, so let's go back down. It says any object made from silver or gold that produces a diurnic field. And the diurnic field looked like this. Okay, so let's look for anything silver or gold. I think you were bronze. Yeah. I think you were gold. Gold, okay. Let's see if you make a diurnic field. You do! Is it really this easy? It can be opened by any object made from silver or gold. Let's give it a shot. I mean, those are all the clues we have. Yeah! Golf claps, golf claps. The floors... You guys, I'm doing my best. The door slides open without a sound, as though it has been kept well oiled over the years. Behind it, I find a large natural cavern that extends into the rock beneath the castle. Somewhat disappointingly, the walls are lined with racks of whiskey bottles instead of rows of artifacts that I was picturing. Well, I don't know, that's kind of cool too. When I show Edmund, he's delighted, and he spends some time examining the dusty shelves. It's not long before he makes a find that I'm surprised I missed. I return to the shop with a spring in my step and a curious item that demands further study. Ooh, and another piece of paper. Ooh. I recognize these symbols. I think they're weather symbols? Iron and bronze. Sharp edges. Nothing to remark. Interesting. Let's put you... Oh, I forgot that we have you identified. Let's put you where we have room. How about that? Alright, and now you can go... You could tuck in right there with those guys. Excuse me. So does this mean this piece of paper we can now archive? Lovely. Oops, 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 oops. Look at us solving puzzles. Oh my god. I'm gonna rip my hair out. There we go. Thank you. Now you may dismiss yourself. Put you away. The Bishop Square is a simple tool of my great-great-grandfather's devising, loosely based on a Briar's disc. By all accounts, he was an impressive man, but it would seem his mind began to fail him at the end. Perhaps he spent too long studying his Z. Zay? I don't know, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He imagined invisible enemies coming to steal away his most prized possessions, so he began hiding them about the castle, noting their locations in a code that only he understood. So was this the Bishop Square? Is that in our book? It's not. So it's obviously something of his own design and invention, perhaps? Interesting. And what was this one we wanted to revisit? According to a family member... Oh, we needed... What was it that we needed? I'm trying to remember. Because we needed some kind of shroud, or... We discovered a vessel that holds things, but we needed to find something that would find a spirit? Something like... I think we still have to revisit this, because I don't think we have what we need yet. Because the only new item we have is this and this. I think we're ready to help our customers, so let's get going. James Herschel. I can't say too much, but... It has fallen to me to carry a secret that people would kill for, that people have killed for. Oh, shit. It's a lot of weight to carry around in my head, and it's getting harder to bear around certain family members. Well, you have a bare head. Stop. It occurred to me that it would be safer and ecumenical. An ecumenical, you say? Oop. Let me take a look for you, my good man. An ecumenical is a receptacle commonly featuring a memento mori that acts as an aid to recollection. A memory cannot reside in both the mind and the ecumenical at the same time, and it cannot be stored indefinitely. When a memory has been left for long periods, it can begin to emit unpleasant vapors. An empty ecumenical, on the other hand, has an ominous presence pulling at the threads of one's mind. So I'm assuming it's gonna have an hourglass symbol, and that is exactly what this is. So let's look. Wood, gold leaf. Beautifully polished and smooth. It has no stinky stanks. There's an unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. That is exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, what this guy's looking for. Boop. Identified. There's an hourglass motif on the box and memento mori. On closer inspection, it produces an unpleasant sensation, suggesting it is empty. There you are, sir. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Boop. Well, hello, David. How are you? People are getting restless. The followers of Holgar have been marching through the streets with that crazed priest at their head. Uh-oh. Not long ago, that sort of behavior wouldn't have been tolerated in Undermere. Now, there are people joining in. That's what happens when desperation strikes, my dude. They just want it all to end. I understand. Boop. Alright. In answer to your question, yes, it is possible to capture a wandering shroud. Yeah, this is what we needed. To the north of town, if you follow the little stream up through the woods, you'll come out on a hilltop that was clearly of some ancient significance. It is not uncommon to see wandering shrouds there. Be patient, be still, and they will come. Your friend, Barton. Okay, so we're gonna explore. Alright, where's that? Is it this one? No. This one. Okay. To the north of town, if you follow the little stream up through the woods, I think it's this, you'll come out at a hilltop that was clearly of some ancient significance. Looks like it could be this. It is not uncommon to see wandering shrouds there. This is the only little stream that goes up through the woods. And that is north, yeah. It's gotta be that. Let's give it a shot. After a pleasant walk along the beck, I reach a series of grassy mounds, the barrows. Whoever is buried in them must have been important in their time. If I am to collect what I have come for, I will need to be prepared. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what vessel it was that we needed, so let me hit the index and look for Wandering Shroud. I think it's in here. Wandering Shroud. It is the spirit vault that we need. Receptacle, blah blah blah, lined with a paste, and it made it stinky. Isn't that the green one? Spirit vault. This is what we need. All right, here we go. Let's catch a ghosty. This item is a container or receptacle. Closer inspection reveals its pungent smell. I sit and wait, quietly and patiently, not certain exactly what I'm looking for. For some time, nothing happens. And then, long after my mind has drifted towards a warm fire and a hearty supper, I notice a movement in the corner of my eye. A strange thin mist has formed near one of the barrows. It seems to produce a sort of dark light, a contradiction that my eyes have trouble perceiving clearly. The ethereal creature, for surely this is a creature of some kind, ambles towards the vault that I have left out for this purpose, and I daren't breathe as it slowly nestles itself within the receptacle. I'm picturing, like, the ghost, like, squeezing itself down in there. All right, so we caught ourselves a wandering shroud. Now, okay, now we can revisit this. To the catacombs in the Hall of Shields. Let's go. Boop. Okay. I think we've read this before, but as I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. It is not fear, although fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I have entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Paliants can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe. But there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. So shouldn't I be able to just grab this? Okay, let's try it. You could see, I don't know if you guys noticed, it's wafting. Let's try it. I breathe deeply from the spirit vault and it clears my mind. I don't care to linger too long down here, but I forge on until I reach the unmistakable Hall of Shields. Excuse me. A stone sarcophagus sits on a raised portion of rock in the center of the cavern. I hold the torch close to better see the inscription on the side of the tomb. It reads, "The sun's light will reveal my gift." Mystified, I cast my eye up on the walls of the cavern and search the shields for some other clue, but nothing stands out. The sun's light. So we need something that produces sunlight. So do we have... Let's check the index really quick. There's light. That might be what we need. Is there sunlight? Sun bond. What is this? Small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, made of a non-precious metal. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun. So I think this is what we need. So let's look for our sun bond. Right here. Right? The sun's light will reveal my gift. Let's see if this works. Yes! The sun bond banishes the darkness in an instant, half blinding. My gloom-adjusted eyes... Oh my gosh, there's no comma there. Half blinding my gloom-adjusted eyes and bringing summer's warmth to the cold cavern. Blinking and squinting, I notice that one of the shields in particular is glowing in the bright light. I reach up and pull the shield down to reveal a small cavity hewn into the rock behind it. Inside is a blood-red urn. Ooh, creepy. Ugh! Terrifying, but also cool. I'm afraid to touch you. But let's examine closer. Red clay, small green gemstones. So those could be jade or malachite. Warm and smooth. Warm. Interesting. Raised detailing. Nothing to see or hear. I find it unsettling. The eyes seem to pierce my soul. Ooh. Alright, so we've solved this one as well now. Let's put this away. I don't know if these are things that need to be solved. Or if it's just information. These two here, I really don't know for sure. Alright. Let's help our next customer. Bing! Oh, James, you're back again. I got to thinking after I left earlier. Transferring this secret to an ecumenical only adds an extra step. That's true. Yes, it's safer than walking around with it in my head, but I would know where to find it. Oh, now you want to forget? You want to hide it and forget? What I really need is a truth conduit so that I can deceive them into thinking I know nothing at all. Oh man, I don't know if you want to layer magic on Matt and I don't know if you want to layer your magic, but we'll give it a shot. I'll do what I can to help you. Truth conduit. Let's see what it says. These items are used by tricksters and swindlers to distort and deceive. They do not warrant the designation of dark article that some want to apply to them, but they can be, and have been, used maliciously. The gentle sound they produce anchors the mind as the spell is woven, combining symbology with a deeper, more primitive power. Okay, so it's going to make a gentle sound, and it says it's got some symbology. So we're probably going to need this. Let's find some symbology, maybe for mind. There's confusion. Deception, perhaps? This could be a good one. Combining symbology with a deeper, more primitive power. And I don't remember bringing that out. I think, actually, there was something that had this all over it. Oh, I'm thinking of this. That is not... What is that symbol, though? Paralysis. Okay. It says symbology. I don't see anything that shows, like, deception. What was this symbol? Is that weakness? This is weakness. Oh, there's the symbol for deception. All right, let's see. Gold, oak. Hard but smooth. It feels a little warmer than I would expect. It makes a soft tinkling sound when it moves. Okay. Isn't that what it said? Oops. The gentle sound they produce anchors the mind as the spell is woven. I think it might be this. Let's give it a shot. Hell yeah. This item bears the symbol of deception and reveals the gentle sound it makes. Our book just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Hi, Jupiter. Oh, you're such a good kitty. I'm so glad you're back. I was so worried about you. Evelyn Bennett. I have never felt more tired or more devoid of life. An apathy has settled in my bones that I do not seem able to shift. But while I still have breath in my lungs, I will not succumb without a fight. By the grace of Grey, I will find a way forward. By the grace of Grey. Interesting. Is there anything about gray? By the grace of gray. There's nothing in there about that. Let's try, is there anything called a gray? Oh, by the grace of gray. Gray's grace. You silly goose. One is a pendant. The design of a shadow catcher. Okay, Gray's grace. Right here. I think this is what you need, my love. Nice. Using the index, I find a sketch of a shadow catcher. It does indeed dispel melancholy. Oh, I forgot that was the purpose of it. I think I just read it too. I'm so stupid. Oh, Barton Potter! What's up, my dad? I've had a tip-off about something exciting. Have you come across the so-called nameless gods? Did you also know that the tall stones that you sometimes find in high places were once doorways of a kind? Interesting. And here's the exciting part. An inscription has appeared on the stone that sits atop Weatherlam. This is where you come in. I'm confident that a pit will open the doorway. The other option is a Babelia, to read the inscription. But they say that if you read the language of the nameless gods, you become cursed, which I can't say I like the sound of. I'm leaning towards the more direct approach, but then again, that could be dangerous too. Yeah, see, so it's either we just flat out open it and risk whatever is there, or we risk reading what could possibly be a warning? Let's at least find out what each one of these things are. Okay, a pit. Alright, the three different elements that make up a pit allegedly represent the earth, the sun, and death, or darkness. The Dradic, the Diurnic, and the Noctic. These energies balance in such a way that the objects do not produce a recognizable tomic field. They can be directed to emit powerful vibrations capable of cracking solid rock. See, that seems not the best. I don't know if we just want to open it, my dudes. Alright, let's see what the other one says. Babelia. The meaning of the unusual markings on a Babelia is not clear. They resemble a mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce a mentic field. Okay, so they just look like the pattern. They can be used to aid with translation of foreign texts, although they require some skill to make full use of it. This ability does not transfer to spoken language. Doesn't transfer to spoken language. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this option because I feel like just cracking it open is gonna be a terrible idea. We already have a lot going on in our town, my dude, so we're gonna go this option. Okay. The markings resemble a mentic field. What do the mentic field look like? I wish I knew. Mentic of the mind. So what do we have that's mentic? For sure, so we know what we're looking for. Binding seed. Okay, I remember the binding seed. That was this. So let's see what kind of field this produces. Excuse me. I need this space. Thank you. So it's the wiggles. It'll give us the wiggles. Okay, you can return to where you were. Okay, what are we doing again? I already forgot. Babelia. Babadabudia. So it's got the wiggles. It's got lots of wiggles on it. What has lots of wiggles? Or is it this symbol? Oh, we solved this baby. We're starting to push things into the side here. We can't really see it. Okay. Babelia. So obviously, oh my goodness. Obviously has some sort of symbols on it. Is this? go down here. It said it was gonna produce... Oh, I'm thinking of the other thing. Mentic of the Mind. Does this have that sort of symbol to it? It's hard to tell. I don't know that any of these symbols really mean anything, because I haven't seen anything that has this sort of complex symbols on it. I don't think it's this. They do not produce a mentic field. This does not produce a mentic field. They can be used to aid with translation. Let's examine it a little closer and see. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. It's warm, cool, warm. Let's see what the blue gemstone means. What was the blue one again? I don't think this is aquamarine. It looks a little more rich blue. So it could be kyanite, an anchor between body and mind? I don't know. Noctic. This is a really pretty stone. I haven't seen anything with this stone yet, I don't think. Unless, nah, there's no green in there. I don't think it's this one, as much as I want to say. Let's put this back away. I'm getting a little overwhelmed. Well, we'll leave that open, just in case. They resemble a mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce. So it resembles. We know it could it possibly be this? This kind of has like the wiggles to it. Bronze. Weathered. A hinged pan. Oh. What's this symbol? What's the symbol? Hold on. Okay, a little triangle and a big triangle, but hold on. Nothing to remark. Staring at the symbol makes my head swim. Okay, let's look up this symbol really quick. Hypnosis. Okay, well, it's not this. I'm gonna close this. Just in case it does anything to me. Nothing here. I don't think it's this. I mean, Noctic means night. I mean, it's a lot of night symbolism here. No. Resembles a... Let me read it again. They resemble a mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce a mentic field. Produce a pattern. I don't see anything that has like any wiggles. There's nothing in there. Oh, why are you completely out of frame, you goober? Let's put you up here. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure what... Okay, so just to double check, we knew this one made the wiggles. Let's look at one more thing that came up as Noctic, just to make sure that we're on the right track. Excuse me. Wait, what? Am I looking at the wrong thing? Mentic. Have I been? No, there's no way. I was like, there's no way I'm looking at the wrong thing. Mentic. There was that one. The sleep vessel. The sleep vessel was... Sleep vessel. Let's see what this one does. Okay, so we're definitely looking for the wiggles. But there's not too many things that have a pattern on them. Stone, warm, hard and cool, detailed engraving. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Seeing if there's any other... So that other thing we found, they were the seasons. Just a side note there. I wish I knew what just like the Mentic symbol looked like. Because when they give you these symbols just seem completely useless. Because I don't see anything that has any other symbol even close to that than this. Ugh. I'm stuck with this. Some of these guys, they get me. Let me read it again. The meaning of the unusual markings is not clear. They resemble a Mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce the field. But there's nothing that has, like, the wiggles to it. Let's take a little closer inspection. Maybe I'm missing something. That one kind of has wiggles to it, but I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's any of these. I almost want to just like grab blindly and see if we get lucky. But I'm also scared that we're going to accidentally pick up the pit. And I don't want to pick... So let's look what the pit is. Let's eliminate that. Let's see if we can figure that out. And eliminate it so we make sure that we don't. Earth, sun, and death. Or darkness. 3 different elements. They do not produce a recognizable field. So anything that has earth, sun, and death. So there's death. It kind of looks like the Ohm symbol. And then what did it say? Earth and sun. Well, there's earth. Okay. And sun. Well, that's obvious. It has earth, sun, and death. This kind of has 3 different things to it. This says moon. I don't even see anything with like multiple gemstones that mean different things. Oh my goodness. This is a doozy, y'all. We haven't identified it, right? No. Okay. Wait. Does not produce a capable of cracking solid rock. So I wonder if it vibrates. We've already looked at you. Go away. This was the Bishop's Square. We know what this is, but it's not in our book. Something that represents the Wiggles. But it said that the symbols are unrecognizable. The meaning of the unusual markings are not clear. They resemble a Mentic field. So it's got to be something with a marking. I don't think it's this. These symbols mean... I can't remember. Those might be planetary symbols. I think those are planetary. Maybe not. Oh, I remember. It was like heat and cold. Yeah, heat and cold. Okay, so it's not this. It's not this. This was paralysis. These don't have any markings. That looks like something to do with Holgar, because it looks like that mask. This was the Witch's Square and the moon. Oh, I keep coming back to this one. I don't think this has anything to do with it, but... because it's got a moon symbol. I'm gonna try this one. I'm just scared it's gonna be the other thing. I'm scared it's gonna be the other thing. Let's try this. I don't think it's this, but let's try. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm not even joking. I legitimate thought that we gave him the wrong thing. I thought we gave him the pit. But what? The design on the item resembles a Mentic field pattern? Are you mental? Because this looks nothing like it. Oh, wait, maybe it is. Maybe I was looking at the wrong field? Thank you. I hope this works. Here's a token of my appreciation. Something for you to ponder over. How did we get so lucky? Well, you know what? It's about time. You give me some impossible puzzles, so it's about time that I got lucky. It's about freaking time. Oh, that was risky. I should not have taken a chance on that. All right. Oh my god, let's move on. Whoa. What are you? Okay. Closed. We finished the day. What are you made of? Let's check you out real quick. Yellow sandstone. I think this is an elemental symbol. It might be air. Crumbly. Grave detailing. No scent or sound. Nothing to remark. Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe how lucky we got there. I cannot believe it. I am not going to continue blindly guessing, though. That will not happen again. I think we just got lucky. With dreams of earning his fortune long banished from his mind, the man brought the casket to a trusted friend, the curator of a museum in Undermere. Together, they looked for answers. Ooh, is that Eli? So it brought it to our shop? Meow, meow. Ooh, this looks like a sword. Woohoo! Ooh. I am buried with the Knight of Thorns. That sounds like the catacombs. The Knight of Thorns. Right, the Knight of Thorns. Looking for thorns. Oh, I didn't realize this was a thing. The Knight of Thorns. That doesn't look like thorns. Can I zoom? Yeah, that looks like flowers. That doesn't look like thorns. But that's the... I can use this? So it's not an artifact, it's a tool? I didn't know that this would come up over here. These are apparently two things we still have to... Okay. Bishop Square is a simple tool based on a Briar's disc. We'll look this up in a minute and see if we can find out more about it. But I am buried with the Knight of Thorns. This is the only thing that's even remotely close. Alright, let's take a look at the castle really quick. These are all planetary symbols, I believe. Am I right? Let's get to planetary symbols. That's planetary metals. Yeah, iron. Antimony? I don't think there's anything that says anything about thorns here. We might need to go for the catacombs, maybe take our chance there, but first, the Knight of Thorns. Let's look and see if there's any clues here. The Knight of Thorns. I don't see anything here. I think do we go with our gut? Or do we go with our butt? I must have taken a wrong turning. This isn't where I meant to come. All right. I guess we can only get lucky once, right? The Knight of Thorns. I'm guessing it's not here. Because it would have been this one. Does this have thorns? No. It says, I am buried with. So I would think maybe anything with thorns? Nothing here really resembles thorns to me. Those look like tulips, not roses. Again, I am at a loss. Do we see anything that says like thorns or roses or... It's a conservatory. Do they have like a greenhouse? I wonder if this clue here has anything to do with this, because these are seasons. I gotta stay focused. One puzzle at a time. The Knight of Thorns. Is there maybe like a road? I'm looking. I'm not seeing anything. I would really think that... Buried with the Knight of Thorns? Isn't that what it said? I'm buried with the Knight of Thorns. Could it be that we need to go to... How do I find this guy? The Knight of Thorns. Curses. I really think it's gotta be, it has to be the catacombs. Has to be the catacombs. We tried that one and we were wrong. We've been to this one. Do we take the chance and just try this guy? It's the only other knight that's here. I'm scared. Yes! How was I supposed to know? The tomb of the Knight of Thorns resides alongside an ossuary filled with the unknown dead from the Battle of Souther Fell. It is an unpleasant place that I do not plan to linger in. Are there thorns here somewhere that I don't see? Whatever, he was the only other knight. Happily, I'm able to find the item I came for without any difficulty, and I quickly leave and don't look back until I am out in the bright of the day once more. Whoa. Those are definitely elemental symbols. 100%. 100%. Okay. So we solved that. I also am curious about this. He spent too long studying his Z. We've solved this. What was this? Let's refresh our memory really quick. Oh, we haven't solved this. Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They're made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Okay. So he was just becoming more paranoid. But the Bishop Square is a simple tool I wonder if we use it... The castle had a bunch of symbols. Mars in the winter. Which one means winter? The snowflake looking one. So this is... Let's look for this symbol. And... No. Looking for Mars. This one would fit into winter. So let's look for this symbol. Go away. Right here. Mars in winter. Rising in summer. Rising in summer? Do we click on this? Mars in winter. Rising in summer. Whoa, I found something. The smells and sounds of cooking greet me as I enter the castle kitchens. I feel a little foolish as I try to avoid the cook's glares while following the clues left to me by a mad old man. What was I thinking? I'm not going to find anything here. And yet, on the exact spot where the map leads me, there is something. A floorboard that has been cut and replaced. With a little difficulty, I lift it up and feel around in the cavity below before my fingers grasp something hard. I did it! Whoa. You look like you're crying. I got an achievement. Use the bishop's square. Hell yeah. Alright, so... This didn't check off. So this was just a clue. I suppose. So we won't worry about that. But we use the bishop's square. Look at us. We're so smart. I'll set you... Don't knock it off, Jupiter. I'll set it with you, you good kitty. Alright, I think this is the first customer of the day, so bing! Thomas Pope. I've noticed that some people claim not to fear death. They say that dying scares them, but not death itself. Not me. Not the great Thomas Pope. Give me pain, give me fear. If I can feel, then I know I'm alive. Going back to the nothingness, that's what I fear. That's a fair point, dude. I'm gonna do my best to live forever, starting today with a loem. A loem? Let me see what we could do for you today, Mr. Thomas Pope. A loem. Sometimes called a hand of Jupiter or a fire palm, a loem is an item with enticing power. They can reverse the signs of aging, but anyone who has played that game knows that it can only last so long before time catches up, and when it does, it often hits harder. Sir, are you sure about this? I don't know if you're sure about this. A hand of Jupiter. So look for anything with a fire palm. So something with the symbol of Jupiter or a gemstone that means fire? I don't see anything right off the bat that sounds like that. A loem. Right, because we know the firestone, the sunstone, it's going to be amber. There's nothing with that. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, that's fire. Ooh, it could be. We could be looking for obsidian. Okay, we could be looking for obsidian. That's a good place to start. And then, again, a reminder, Jupiter looks like the number 24. Jupiter, the number 24. Okay. So it could be something with obsidian or that symbol upon it. Now we have... This is onyx. That is not obsidian. I don't see anything else with the obsidian gemstone. There's nothing else over here, right? No. I love how everything swings. Like we're scooching the whole countertop. Okay, now let's look for anything with Jupiter's symbol on it. A Jupiter symbol, please. Alright, nothing, because we know that's onyx. That is not obsidian. And this looks like a bloodstone. Let's take a look at this. A huge black gemstone streaked with red. So it's not a bloodstone? I thought it was a bloodstone. Polished, rough. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay, I don't think there's enough clues there to think it's that. Because I legitimately thought that was a bloodstone. But it's streaked with red. So that means that it could have been used to bash a head in. Okay. We haven't solved this, so it's not on that side of the board. What other clues do we have here? They can reverse the signs of aging, but anyone who has played that game knows that it can only last so long before time catches up, and when it does, it often hits harder. I don't have anything that looks like that either, because I know sometimes the sketch shows what it looks like, but I don't see... Alright, let's look at our symbols again. What else? What other symbols do we have? Oh, okay, so we have the fire symbol too. A fire palm. Maybe we're looking for this symbol. A triangle. Right, so there's one right here. What is this other symbol, though? Let's see. It's like a circle with a bunch of wax. Fire and wax? I don't know about that. We'll keep that in mind, though. And this has all of the elemental symbols on it. This has fire on it. These all have fire on it. Okay, fire. Wasn't that one like paralysis? Ooh, that one sounds bad. Fire, paralysis. What's that other symbol? That sounds very, very bad. Very, very bad. Ice. Oh, fire, ice, and paralysis? Ugh. Maybe. If it reverses aging? I don't know. Alright, what symbols do you guys have? Wait a minute. Sometimes called a hand of Jupiter. Oh, could it be a hand? We've got 2 things that look like hands, 3 things that look like hands, 4, 5 things that look like hands. Okay, let's run it back. Okay, this one. Oh! This has the triangle itself on the top there. That's fire. What is this gemstone? I think it means water. Body and mind. No, I don't think that's kyanite. I think it's this. Because it looks pretty light blue compared to this one. Let's try this. It is the hand of fire. Quite literally. Yeah! This item features a hand in its design. It is made of tin, the planetary metal associated with Jupiter. I didn't even think to check that. It also has a triangle, the symbol for fire. Oh my goodness. All right. So some of these puzzles, they're getting very, very literal. Okay. Well, we did it. I'm proud of us. There you are, Thomas Pope. You get the heck out of here. Agnes Dent. There has been an unexpected death in the family. Oh no. It has hit us all quite hard, but particularly my husband. I'm so sorry for your loss, ma'am. I would like to gift him a heart chamber. Okay. Yeah, I can help you with that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Alright, let's find a heart chamber for you. Oh my god. There is a vast skull in the catacombs, said to be that of the beast Blencathra. Holgar's followers believe that when he slew it, he trapped its soul along with its power in an item known as the Wraith Chamber. Heart chambers are based on this mythical object, but they have morphed over time into a way to keep those dear to us close to heart after death. So remember we saw this? So it's a coffin, a symbol of death. It's got Holgar's face on it. It says it's loosely based. Is that textured, smooth, raised detailing, scent or smell? I think it's this. Because if it's based on Holgar, it literally has his face on it. So I think it's this. And it says it is into a way to keep those dear to us close to heart after death. So we've got the coffin that represents death. It's a pendant worn close to your heart. And it's based on Holgar. So I think we've knocked it out of the park this time. Easy peasy. Yes! Identified! This item appears in the sketch of Holgar. It bears a sigil that resembles the Holgan Grim Mask. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I have you. Good luck. Bing! Edmund Bishop. Did you ever work out what that Bishop Square thingy was? I did indeed. I suddenly remembered this note that I found some time ago, and it occurred to me that it might be related. Yeah, but I already figured it out. I almost threw it away, but it intrigued me, so I held on to it. I haven't a clue what it means. Leave it to me, buddy. I'll figure it out. Blessings in spring, rising in autumn. All right. Blessings in spring. What did it say again? Remind me. Blessings in spring, rising in autumn. Blessings. That was easy. Opened right to it. Blessings in spring. Which one was spring? The leaf. Rising in autumn. So, how did I already forget that? Spring, leaf. So, blessings for the leaf. Rising in autumn. Isn't that right? Excuse me. Right here. The symbols on the map lead me up the winding stair of the North Tower. Isn't that where he told us not to go, or was it the South Tower? The pendant has been carefully hidden, but knowing where to look means that it does not take me long, and I am soon on my way back to the shop with a new trinket to add to our growing collection. No shit. Ooh. Not gonna lie, this looks like a baby toy. Does it rattle? Oh. When I pick it up, it rotates. Interesting. Oh, these guys can go over here. Let's put our pendants up in here. Nice. So we solved this. Let's archive this baby away. And get back to it, shall we? Bing! Thaddeus White. This is boss's brother. Something isn't right at the museum. I'm worried it's all my fault. I'd hoped my brother would be back by now. I've had an idea, though. I'm no thaumaturge, but I think I can weaken it using a witherance. Oh dear me, this had better work. A witherance, you say? Put that away for now. Let's see if we can help you out, buddy. A witherance is the inverse of a fortinance and is sometimes put to more malicious use. These can be crafted from stone, but wood is more commonly used. So it could be stone or wood. And what was the is the inverse. So let's look at a fortinance. They're made of stone or iron and usually take the small. So let's look for fortinance really quick. It said it was a stone. Whoops. Okay, it's the inverse of this. So right away, this looks very similar. It is the inverse of the fortinance. Said it could be made of wood. Let's go back to the proper page. Is the inverse of a fortance and is sometimes put to more malicious use. These can be crafted from stone, but wood is more commonly used. So what is the inverse of... What's the symbol that it has on it? It's the man dancing. What does the dancing man mean? Oh. Wait a minute. Strength. So what is the opposite of strength? Weakness. Oh, this. I bet it's this. That was an easy one. A fortance is used for strength, the inverse of which is weakness, and this item bears a symbol of weakness. It is made of wood, and he's got the cutest little teeth. More for our book. Put you over here, thank you. Oh my god, we're running out of room. I think we're gonna have to start putting stuff over here that's solved, which could be a problem. Boink. Jacob Priestley. My mind is severed. Need mether. Needs mether, huh? You might need mether. Abrasive mether, restful mether, or solemn mether. So his mind is severed. Let's see what he needs. This type of mether is used to purge unwanted memories. As with any procedure that can alter the mind, it should be used sparingly and considerately. Methers are typically used in communal ceremonies designed to be easily passed from person to person. That's to purge unwanted memories. I don't think that's what he wants. Restful? It's a link to the inner mind. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Maybe. Let's see what the other one is. Solemn mether. Of the three types, the solemn variety is considered the most powerful. It permits the drinker to forge pathways in the mind to recall that which has been forgotten or to repair what has been broken. It will produce a noticeably stronger atomic field than the other two types. Okay. Symbol of the mind. So I think it's going to be one of these two, and it will produce a noticeably stronger field. This one almost looks like it's doubled up. That's interesting. That looks like a little meh. And let's try this one. It could be the gold leaf, but what is the symbolism here of the gold leaf? It is much stronger. Absolutely. It permits the drinker pathways in the mind. Nothing to remark. It has a sharp aroma. I think they all did. Hard and somewhat rough, detailed engraving, oak and gold paint. What is the significance of the leaf, though? I don't think there's any leaf symbols in here that I've seen, other than, like this one for spring. The only clue it seems to really have is that it produces a stronger field, and that's definitely stronger, so I think it's this. Yes! Solemn mether. Using the index, I can remind myself what a mether looks like. It produces a stronger field than the other methers in my collection. Indeed. Alright, good luck to you, sir. I hope that works out for you. Oh god, we're running out of room. Alright, ding! Next, please. Oh, the doctor! I've discovered something via the atomic needle. Did you know? The woman who tried to swim across the lake was compelled to do so by some invisible force. She was looking for something, and whatever it is, it's right here in Undermere. That's not all. I decided to experiment with the Umbra. Of course you did! When I was under its spell, I heard whispers. Something was calling to me, and it left me feeling terribly afraid. This must be what's keeping my patients in their trance-like state. I've never used a Gaudian siren before, but it occurred to me that I might be able to use it to drown out the whispers. Gaudian siren. Okay. Let's take a look. Gaudian siren. Although these are similar in form to atomic needles. Do we have atomic needle? Was that the really big one? Yes, that was this. Okay, so it's similar to this. Interesting. Let's go back. Okay, so they are similar in form to atomic needles. They serve a very different purpose. They create a strong compulsion like a siren's call that can be used to divert attention. So right away, this looks familiar. This looks like this right here. Great color and composition, gold, wood, and a green gemstone. Sense of touch. Hard. It takes great effort to tear my eyes away. Interesting. Is that what it said? They create a strong compulsion that can be used to divert attention. That sounds about right. What's with the green gemstone, though? Jade or malachite is a stone of sight, the fourth eye. I'm gonna take my chance. I think it's this. I really do. Plus, it matches the picture. It's right there, and I don't have anything else that matches that, so I'm gonna go with this. Bingo, baby! This item appears in the sketch of the cabinet. It has an obelisk shape, like the needle. Oh, well, that makes sense, too. Closer inspection reveals its attention-demanding power. Okay. Alright, we've finished another day. So, I think we're gonna go ahead and do one more day in this episode. I think we can handle it. So that way, our final episode will be these 2 days here, and then maybe whatever kind of wrap-up kind of stuff we have to do. So let's do one more day. This episode's gonna be a little bit longer, so bear with me. The curator learned that the Nalian casket is a dark article, a class reserved for the most cursed and the most dangerous of objects. He locked it away deep within the museum's archives, along with such other artifacts that are best kept from public eye. Ooh, interesting. Bing! Ooh, an axe. I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Under the barn where the axe meets the tree. We need to find a barn. Let's see. There's a farm. Okay. So we'll keep that in mind. Wood. Market square. Looking for anything that's like a barn? I'm not even seeing another farm. Oh, Royston Farm. Where's that? Right here? I feel like I can't see down here. So there's 2 farms we could choose from. It says where the axe meets the tree. Interesting. I don't believe there's a barn or anything here. And I don't believe it's going to have anything to do with our catacombs. I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. There's Greywick Farm or Royston Farm. We've been to the Royston Farm? There's no other barn, right? Just double checking. I'm also looking anything axe meets the tree. I think we can take our chance with Greywick Farm. It didn't solve the puzzle, but the scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. Shoot. Okay. So it's not literally... Let me, like, actually look at the map, because the bad thing is, with all the books and stuff that they have underneath, I can't see the bottom part of this map. Where the axe meets the tree. Under the barn, was it? I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. It might be... Looking for anything that says axe. Maybe, let's look closer. I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Where the axe meets the tree. Oh, wait. Maybe it's talking about where these two roads meet. Woodcutter Lane? Pine Road? What was it? I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. This can't be a coincidence. So, I am under the barn. So is it here? Or is it here? Do we take our chance and just pick one? I am under... So would it be above or below? I am under the barn... I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Oh, so it's not necessarily under the road. I don't think it's this. Let's try this. Ooh! To the side of the house sits a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There is no sign of an owner, so I search carefully, not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Suddenly, I spy a flash of blue. A bottle. This is it. Ooh, it's so pretty. Love that. I'll put you over here with your buddy. Well, hell yeah. Hi, Jupiter. It's another gloomy, rainy day in Undermere. Simone. Good morning. Yes, and to you too, Jupiter. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me. But she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of Strange Antiquities. There's more mysteries? Okay. Alright, let's take a look at this. Let me put this away. Bop. From the individual, a stone for dark purposes, a stone of the earth, and a stone of death. Oh, great. Is this... So usually when she gives me a clue, I can't do it yet. So let's set that aside for now, and let's go ahead and... Oh, whoops. I tried to mouse scroll up, and it always brings up my magnifying glass. Let's just help our customers here. Oh, Jacob Priestley. Thank you for the mether. I have seen into the yawning deep. Well, I'm glad I could help you. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My shadow anchor, broken, must replace. A new shadow anchor, huh? I think we can help you there, sir. Let me take a look for you. Shadow anchor. Oh! I'm so sorry. A shadow anchor is sometimes used in the practice of shadow casting. The art of projecting one's presence outside of the body. Without an anchor, minds have been known to become lost. Shadow anchored designs can vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, whereas others prefer to clutch a totem in their hand. So it could be a pendant or a totem that fits in your hand. Some make use of symbology, where others use gemstones. They will always produce a field from the individual branch, however. How do I know which one is which? Like, I feel like I'm not understanding the fields, and that's what's I think that's what's slowing me down with some of these puzzles, is not really understanding the concept of the fields. Anyway, so it's a pendant or a totem with symbols or gemstones. Okay, so let's see what we got. So a pendant, it's not both, right? Some make use of symbology where others use gemstones. So it's not going to have both. So I don't think it's going to be maybe these two. As far as the pendants. Oh, this can scooch. Oh! Oh my goodness. I saw this up here and I was like, this reminds me of, what was the other one that did that? What was the other one that opened? Where'd it go? It had like the hinge to it. Where did it go? I don't know. Anyway, what are we doing? Shadow anchor. Okay. Shadow anchor. So let's find gemstones. Okay. Symbols that represent the mind. Would it be... Whoops. Mind. So maybe like mind? The mind. I don't think it'd be foresight. I think that represents the mind. No. Okay. Okay, let's try gemstones. They represent the mind. I think it was malachite, wasn't it? That's the stone of... Oh, blue. Blue. An anchor between body and mind. We're looking for something blue. Okay. So either... So this is blue. And this is blue. These are the only two with blue. I think this was aquamarine. I bet it's this. Gold, the blue gemstones. Warm, cool. It looks like you can clutch it. Like, it looks like you can hold it in your hand. Scent and sound. Nothing to remark. I'm gonna take a chance and go with this. Wait, hold on. It said it would produce individuals. So I honestly don't know what the individual looks like. It will always produce a field from the individual branch. What was individual? I don't know how to tell. Yeah, it doesn't say. I don't know. We'll just guess. Oh, yes. Okay, well now we know what the individual field looks like. That's kind of helpful. It produces a mentic field from the individual branch. The kyanite gemstones point to the fact that this item anchors the mind. We've done it. Got more pages. Bing. Hi, Jupiter. Audrey Bell. You have shown yourself to be a useful ally in these worrisome times. Well, I'm glad. Keep one eye on the lake in the coming days. When blackened eyes seek the casket and waters turn to midnight, perform the sacrament and have faith in Holgar. Okay. How am I supposed to remember that? Oh, did you write it down for me? The sacrament is a baptism ceremony in which one's life is pledged to the warrior god Holgar. It is performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. In spring, a charm of green growth. In summer, a pendant of the yellow sun. In autumn, an instrument of the red night. In winter, a totem of blue fire. That's a lot of responsibility you're putting on me. Aren't you the fucking, like, lead priestess? Why are you putting this up to me? I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. We're gonna go this way with this guy. Boink. I don't know what's going on. I think that's something that we just file away for another day. David! Did you bring me another letter? I'm afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and has ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Uh-oh. Better late than never. Well, let's hope so. I have spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventurer and thaumaturge, Marwyn, left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed it as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling, bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels, but it seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. I pass on this story to you in the hope that you can succeed where I have failed. I think I actually know exactly where that is. I think I can find that. Hold on. Let's put this away. The alcove in the upper letters. Isn't it this right here? Ah! I am able to follow Marwyn's trail for a while, but the carved markings are faded and worn by centuries of weathering. By the time I reach the ossuary, I can no longer make them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to use a Carrick's candle. Ooh. Carrick's candle. These items produce an invisible light that peels back the years, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passively on stationary objects. They are marked by a depiction of a candle upon their surface. Depicted by a candle? Oh, this was the one that had the hinged door. I forgot. I think that was hypnosis. Marked by a candle. This was hot and cold. Is there a symbol for candle? There's light, perhaps this? They are marked by a depiction of a candle upon their surface. That is the only thing that makes sense to me, is if it has like a symbol, maybe this. It is marked by a candle upon its surface. Oh, wait. This wasn't this fire and wax? Wax, yeah. It's literally wax and fire. It's gotta be this. It wasn't literally a candle. It was the symbols that make up a candle. Yes! Oh my god, my brain is just so big and throbby. The symbol for flame is rendered above the symbol for wax, a depiction of a candle. Hell yeah! Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search the shifting rock walls for any signs of Marwyn's trail. Suddenly I see it. An M etched into the rock, as clear as if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor, until I come to its end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and reclaim Marwyn's lost treasure. Ooh! This looks just like that other tin thing. It was the hand of fire. Nice! Okay, let's put you, boop, right there. Hell yeah, guys. I'm so smart. Boink. Barton Potter. Uh-oh, he can't speak. What has happened? He's been silenced. Let's archive this. Oh, God. Did you do something? Oh, I bet he went to that thing and tried to read. I bet he tried to read the inscription. Remember, we had to choose either to give him the pit or the Babalia or whatever. Okay, so he can't speak. What will help him speak? What if we look silence, maybe? Oh, no. What would we need? What would we need? How? We might honestly just have to flip through. Is it something we've already solved? It could be. Oh my gosh. It could be something we've already solved. So hold on. It's not a mether. This is vessel. Causes mental fog. Nope. That's like a ritual thing. This is the painting. Breathing underwater. This was what we gave him. Okay. Binding seed. No, that gives him guilt and shame. Bones guard. This was for poison. Braic charm? Powerful item that offers hope in times of worry. Protection in times of darkness. I bet this is something we're gonna need later. Carrick's candle. We just used this. Cassander. Focus the power of the mind. To see the path or paths ahead. No. Corvin's might. No, this was like something about assassinating. Strong smelling. This was to purify. Withstand fire and flame. Levitation. Carve thoughts from someone else. Burning blood. Gemstone of light. Concealment charm. Evocant. No, this was to read creatures' minds. A blade. This is a ritual. Fortnance. Restore strength that has been... no, I don't think so. Gaudian Siren. Oh, we just used that. That's to divert attention. Or solved it. Melancholy. Pass unrecognized. I love that it's like when it's within the first sentence. Hard of hearing. It's easier to find it. No, it's not that. It's not that. Personal demons. He's definitely been cursed. We need something that will break a curse. Grant the power of the predator. Curse of the body. No. Nope, nope, nope. Did that. The fire. Trance-like state. Rituals of resurrection? What? Oh, God. Vitality. Keep vermin at bay. Pit. This was the other thing he wanted. Resonance compass. We know what that is. No. Feelings of love and joy. Shadow hold. Nope. Shield charm. No. Shimmer. Oh, what? The Knight of Thorns? Famously wore a shimmer on his chest plate, but it didn't save him from... Oh, so this is... That's how we were supposed to know who the Knight of Thorns was. We had already dealt with him. Oh. I felt like there was something we were missing there. A shin... Made by sailors to keep boats safe. Silent breath. No. Sleep vessel. Solomether. Recall. No. Spirit eye. Tried fear. Interesting. They draw their power from opposing symbols. This could be the hot and cold one. Keep that in mind. No, it's not that. St. Cedric's Thunder. Turns things into gold. Deafness. Gemstone of light. Nope. Darkness. Nope. These can be rolled along the tongue to cure Tormund's paralysis. These can be rolled along the tongue to cure Tormund's paralysis or worn about the neck to protect against the curse. Like most items that ward against curses, they emit a diurnic field pattern. He has been cursed. Is this what he needs? These can be rolled along the tongue to cure paralysis or worn about the neck to protect against the curse. So it's a pendant. A pendant that can be rolled along the tongue. None of these really look like they can be rolled along the tongue. Except for, hold on, let's move this really quick. What is this? Bronze, oak. Is this roll? It looks like it would spin. Weathered, an engraved symbol. We'll look up that symbol. It spins freely. Okay. Nothing to remark. Let's look up this symbol really quick. I think this is what we're looking for, but just in case, what does this symbol mean? What does it look like again? Oh, it did also say it's gonna produce a certain field, but I don't know what the fuck it looks like. I don't see anything that looks like that symbol. It's not fog. It's not oil. I don't know what that symbol means. I don't see anything that looks like that. Well, it's the only thing that seems to... It says it rolls along the tongue. This is the only thing that seems to spin, so let's give it a try. Yeah! This is an item that can be worn about the neck. It has a moving part that can roll across the tongue. It produces a diurnic field. Oh, we forgot to check. I can still check, though. Thank you! I don't even know how I managed to get down from Weatherlam. Everything went dark after reading the inscription on the tall stone, but somehow I knew if I made it to Strange Antiquities, I would be okay. Through the darkness, I received a message from the Nameless Ones. Oh, did you? They seek an item called the Nalian Casket. Oh, that's the... If we give it to them, they promise to free those it has infected. I don't think we have a choice. Oh, so the story... At least we can be certain of one thing. If they have the casket, they will not allow it to be opened. Well, that's a good thing, right? All they desire, all they value, is power, and opening the casket would release all of its contained power. Okay. So we have to find the casket. That's what's been going on in the story in the background. So this said it produces a diurnic field. So I guess we can do this just to see what a diurnic field looks like. Okay, so diurnic looks like this. Oh yeah, it's right there. Oh boy. Alright, we're starting to run out of room over here. Alright, Jupiter, you lovely cat. Verona! The time has come to decide, Thaumaturge. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Shit, Verona. Help me to calm this clamoring rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. Well, there was... Oh, I was gonna say there was a shimmer that calms rage. Okay, we have to choose here. Oh my god. No. Alright, let's look these up. Let's look these up. Let's see what they do. Alright, first one was the Zephyrim. What is a Zephyrim? These resonant objects, so we can use our compass to find it, give off a faint odor that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. It is the scent of the storm, or ozone, and power. the scent of magic. When these vapors are inhaled deeply, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. This is the power of the west wind. That sounds bad. What was the other one? Abrasive Mether. This type of mether is used to purge unwanted memories. As with any procedure that can alter the mind, it should be used sparingly and considerately. Methers are typically used in communal ceremonies designed to be easily passed from person to person. This doesn't seem like it fits at all, but the other thing doesn't sound so good either. The other one doesn't seem like it really fits at all, but this one almost seems bad. Okay, help me to calm this clamoring rage inside my head. Give off a faint odor that when these vapors are inhaled deeply, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. This is the power of the west wind. So it's kind of a way for her to literally blow off steam. It would just cause a windstorm. I don't see how this could be bad. I don't see how this could be bad. So I think this is what we need to do. She needs us to help her calm the rage. So let's help her get rid of it. All right. It's a resonant object, so we'll get the compass. It has the scent of the storm. It's the power of the west wind. So it could have a symbol of wind on it as well. Where's our compass? Compass. All right. So let's see. Ooh, it's spinning. It's spinning. Okay, hold on. Is it one of the... Oh. Okay, so it's this. All right, let me put this away. Let's examine it really quick. Inner perspective, nothing. It gives off a scent like that of a brewing storm. This is the one. I just want a blue painted porcelain. The eye symbol is a little... All right, so hopefully this is the right choice. I really hope we chose the right thing. So let's give it a shot. Okay, we were right. I am able to use the resonance compass to confirm that this is a resonant object. Closer inspection reveals the scent that I am expecting. I hope this was the right choice. Hopefully she doesn't, like, bring a tornado to town or some shit. Ooh, okay. The end of the day. All right, so this is where we're gonna end the episode here. Let's continue the story in the background really quick and see what's happening. And then we'll wrap this up because we got 2 days left. But the problem with storing powerful dark artifacts is that slowly, inevitably, the darkness seeps out. Ah, great! It sounds like we're starting to get to, like, the end game here. Find out what the hell is going on in Undermere. What is this? Whoa. Is it a fart cloud? No, it's a ball of yarn. That was close. All right. Ooh, I wonder if this is a road. This looks like it could be a road or something. All right, guys. That's going to wrap up this episode. I know it was a little bit longer, but hopefully the next episode... It won't be super long, but it's going to be our finale, and I really wanted to make sure we get all the wrap-up in there, so thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I know that it got a little bit longer than the other ones, but it's getting really interesting. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you guys are liking these puzzles as much as I am. Again, thank you guys so much. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. If you're feeling generous, please leave a subscribe and maybe a like, and that's all I have for you guys, so I love you so much. I'll check you in the next video. Okay, love you, bye!